Hey, what's up guys, it's me TVkachu. Welcome back to the Minecraft Redstone tutorial. Today, we're going to be making a water bucket refiller. Now I know, I haven't uploaded in a while, mostly because, as I said in my tweet, hopefully I'll keep it on the screen right now, I wasn't going to get that much free time in September, which, well, it's true. But I'll manage to squeak in at least one redstone tutorial for the first half of September. You're welcome. And anyways, as I said, today we're going to be making a water bucket refiller. Now what the hell is a water bucket refiller? It basically, if you've got an empty bucket, like for example if you did an MLG water bucket but then forgot to collect the water for some reason, and now you don't know where you place it, then you can make a infinite water source with like two water sources here, and then an empty place here, and it'll always just create water, as you can see right here. Boom. As you can see, it infinitely just keeps making more water, which is definitely how water works in real life. Yeah, if you just place, I don't know, two waterlogged pieces of soil beside each other, yeah, infinite water, boom. Save water? I think not. But as I was saying, jokes aside, obviously that's not how it works in real life. Jokes aside, this design is kind of the more fancier version of it. Like, nobody just likes to keep just two water sources in their base, so this is the more fancy version. So we have two designs right here. One of them is the more cooler. So we have the Daniel and the cooler Daniel, basically. This is the cooler design with, you know, redstone and stuff. And this one, well, while it has barely anything, it's the most resource efficient and the most smart way to make it. Unless if you kept just two water sources, then it's even better. Now, what does this first design do? Let's talk about this first design, which is the main design for this video, in my opinion. You just place your water bucket in right here. As you can see, this barrel is empty, just to prove. And then I press this button, and as you can see, boom, we hear some noises, but, well, I do, you don't. I'm trying to get a screen recorder that allows for that. As you can see, the dropper is now empty, and we now have a water bucket. And this works every time, so let's just, I don't know, place 16 of them, and every time I press this button, it will give me a water bucket. Boom. Then I do it again, and then boom. Oh wait, I didn't show it. It came in a bit late. But it's pretty fast too, as you can see. And boom. Press the button again, and boom, more water buckets. It's basically an infinite water source, but even fancier. And as you can see, that redstone is pretty simple too. Like, it literally only needs 3 pieces of redstone dust, 2 repeaters, a comparator, a piston, and a torch. That's your materials required. Okay, I'm just kidding, I will make one, don't worry. That's that. And the second design is the more slightly unreliable, but the most resource efficient design I could personally find. Just place your water bucket in, empty bucket, and then press a button, and boom, you get a water bucket. The only flaw with this is that, unlike that design, you cannot just keep all of your empty buckets in and collect water. As you can see, it didn't collect water there because dispensers are a bit like random, and they might accidentally dispense out water, which, well, I mean, it's not really much of a loss. You can always just press that button again, but nobody likes that. You just wasted 5% of your energy or something. That wasn't even 5%. What the hell, TVkachu? As you can see right there, it sometimes works, but just not every time. And this one has the added feature of having a separate barrel for your water bucket, so it looks cleaner. And anyways, that was the showcase. And without further ado, let's get on with the tutorial. And now, but before that, you might be wondering, hey TVkachu, what's this plank for? This is to signify the spawn point where you will spawn. Yes, now I have world downloads. They can be found in my Discord server if you want to join. Just open Discord and type in the invite as YS3W capital U small JB. Everything is small except for that capital U. And boom, you'll join my Discord server called TVkachu's LAN, and it has all of my world downloads. You're welcome. Anyways, without plugins aside, let's get on with the tutorial. Okay, so to make this amazing water bucket refiller, you will be needing 3 barrels, a dispenser, a dropper, 3 hoppers, 2 redstone repeaters, a redstone comparator, a redstone torch, a regular piston, 2 water buckets, yes, 2 water buckets, 2 stairs, 15 blocks to place your redstone on, 1 button, and 3 pieces of resin dust. Oh, yeah, and note this is for the first design, you know, the cooler Daniel. So anyways, let's make this first design. So you want to take a wall that looks a little bit like this. Now the actual design doesn't just fit behind a 3x4 wall. No, it's actually a 5x4 wall, which is big, but I just made a 3x4 wall to make it much more simple, even though it really doesn't make any difference. Now you want to go behind, or firstly, just say in front of your wall, and place a button in this corner right here. I think that's why I kept it like that. And then you want to go behind your wall and mine out this block and place in a dropper in place of it. Then you can come back in front of your wall, and then you want to remove this block and place in a barrel like so. And it has to be a barrel or something that doesn't require an empty block to be up here, because that you won't be able to open a chest. And yes, you will be needing a lot of barrels because this is it kind of needs barrels. Anyways, in front of this dropper, you want to place in a barrel, and I'm just going to place a temporary block in a barrel to make it easier for me. Then you want to place a temporary block, another temporary block. You want to remove this temporary block, and you want to place a hopper going into this temporary block, and now you can remove this temporary block. Now you want to crouch and place a dispenser which is facing away from the hopper, so like so. And yes, it's a dispenser, don't worry, I haven't got it wrong this time. And you want to place a temporary block, a block on top of it, and then remove this temporary block. So boom, you've got a block kind of like here, boom. Then you want to take your stairs, and you want to place a temporary block and a stair facing this way, so like kind of towards the dropper, but not. You don't want a corner stair. You can remove this temporary block. You want to place another temporary block, and you want to place a stair, god damn it, a stair facing towards this stair, which is facing towards this stair, and yeah, it's an infill loop thing again. And then you can remove that temporary block. Did not need to place a block there. And once you've done that, you want to cover all of this except for this block right here. You want to just like surround it. So boom, boom, boom. Those are 2 blocks. 4 and 5. And yes, I'm using gold because I want to flex. Oh yeah. Clearly I've been inspired by a scowl. Now you want to take your water buckets and waterlog these 2 stairs. So 1 and 2. And the reason why I'm using waterlogging and stairs is because otherwise, if I just kept these sources, then they will go all over the place, and we don't want that. Now what you want to do is you want to place a temporary block, a regular block, remove this temporary block, and you want to place in a comparator like so. On top of this block, you want to place in a repeater facing kind of towards that dropper. And in front of that repeater, you want to place in a block like so. Now what do you want to do is you want to crouch and place a block in front of that comparator. Then you want to place a temporary block and a block, but I'm just going to place a block like that because I'm on a super flat world. Then you want to take a piece of redstone dust, which I do not have, embarrassingly. Hold on, I'll just get some. I have pick blocking, just flexing my ability of pick blocking. You want to place dust here and dust here. Now you want to crouch again and place a block on top of that comparator, like so. Now you want to place a block here with redstone dust on top of it. You want to place a block here with a repeater set to 2 ticks. So after placing it, you want to click it once. Then you want to place a block in front of the repeater, and then you want to mine out some blocks. So I'm just going to make a 2x2 hole, 2x2x1 to be exact. And now you want to place in a piston facing downwards, and it has to be a piston. You can use a sticky piston, but that would be a waste of sticky piston. And on this side of the piston, you know, the one on kind of facing towards this block, you want to place in a torch like so. Now what you want to do is, that's pretty much all for the redstone. Now it's time to do the hopper stuff. So once you've done that, you want to take your hoppers, and let's just take our temporary blocks like so. You want to place a temporary block, a hopper going into the temporary block, which is taking stuff from this dispenser. Then you can remove this temporary block, and here you want to place a barrel, because if you place a hopper, then the hopper will take stuff from this hopper, and therefore you'll just get empty buckets. And then you want to place in a hopper going into this barrel, and would you believe me if I told you that's the entire design, which is why I have 2 designs, by the way, but that second one's pretty simple. And yes, that is true, because that's this entire design done. If I place in a regular bucket like so, and if I press this button, as you can see, some stuff happens, but, well, I'm still apologize that there's no game sound. I'll try to get some. I asked IBX to work out what he's using. As you can see, we've got a full water bucket, and if I press this button again, as you can see, it'll give me more, assuming that I have enough buckets. Now it's time for the second design, which is, well, basically takes any time. So, well, let's get on with the second design's tutorial. Okay, so to make the other design for the water bucket refiller, you'll be needing a dispenser, 6 blocks, 2 water buckets, 2 stairs, and a button. Before we get on with the second design, I'm gonna thank you for watching this video till now. Thank you. Okay, obviously that wasn't the reason why I made this abrupt halt of my video. It's because there's a secret about the second design that I want you to know, and I thought I'll just let the people who are watching the video, who are actually watching the video, know about it. So firstly, you want to decide where your dispenser is gonna go. So obviously, this is the side you're gonna be seeing. So this is the side you're not gonna be seeing. So obviously, you want to decide that. Then you want to surround this dispenser with blocks. So, no, that's not how. Boom and boom. There we go. Now you want to place in 2 stairs in a way so that they're facing each other and there's a 1 block distance, like so. And you want to ensure there's a block here. Obviously there's going to be one, but just ensure. And then you want to surround these stairs with 3 blocks right here. Now you want to waterlog these stairs, so 1 and a 2. And then finally, just place in your button. And that is the second design done. I'm not joking, seriously. If I place this bucket right here, empty bucket, then boom, full bucket. And then if I press this button again, boom, fill bucket. It's so simple. Also, I'm out of buckets. Hold on, give me a second. There we go. Now, as for the secret about the second design is that normally people just don't like to keep contraptions that collide with their walls. So you don't want to have to extend your wall out for every design that you make. That's kind of annoying, especially for someone like me who builds their base walls with actual freaking walls. I'm not even joking. I use walls to make my walls. Hey, just come on, it makes my builds look better. But obviously, this design is also it's a bit of a good one because you can even keep it either in your ceiling or on your floor. I'm not joking, or well, in your floor, I guess. So obviously, I'll show you the floor one first, and then I'll show you the ceiling one. So again, you want to just decide where you want to keep this design. So I'll just keep it right here. And then you want to dig down a 2 by 3 by 1 hole, so kind of like this. Boom, there we go. So it's, I mean, technically, I guess it's 3 by 2 by 1 hole. I don't care. Obviously, then you want to place in your 2 stairs, like so, on the bottom side. But if I suggest temporarily removing the stair, and you want to place in a dropper facing down, or a dispenser facing downwards, like so, then you can get out of this hole. So I'll just fly out. And then you will want to place your stair back in. So, boom, there we go. And then you can place in your block. You place your block back in, like so. Then you finally want to waterlog these 2 stairs. There we go. Then you can place in these 2 blocks and a button, and that's it. If I were to place buckets in this dispenser, and if I were to press this button, oh my god, I hate touch controls. There we go. As you can see, boom, water bucket. And press it again, boom, water bucket. And that's the beauty of this design. You can literally fit it anywhere, even in the floor, and as I'm going to show right now, even in the ceiling. So let's get going with the ceiling design. So obviously you want to decide where you want to keep this design in your ceiling. So I'm just going to make a quick ceiling for me. I guess that should be good. Yeah, there we go. And your dispenser has to be facing upwards, like so. So it's gonna look a bit like this. Now obviously I don't make actually I should probably just be a better example of building. There we go. That's much better. As you can see, I've got my dispenser, and you want to surround it with blocks like you did for the previous one. And I'll just place my button in early. There we go. Then you want to place in a stair right here and a stair right here. And then you want to surround these stairs with blocks. No, not like that. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, and 6, like so. Then you want to waterlog these stairs, like so. And that's literally it. That's your entire design. If I were to place buckets in here, which I haven't taken out of this dispenser, there we go. If I were to place empty buckets in here, like so, and if I press this button, boom, water bucket. Then if I press this button again, boom, water bucket. And then again, if I press it again, boom, 11 empty buckets and a water bucket. And that's all I've got for today. So, thanks a lot for watching. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more of this, and I'll see you in the next one, which, well, will come out after the 15th of September. Seriously, September sucks for me, believe me. And anyways, that's all I've got for today. So again, like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more of this, and I'll see you in the next video. So yeah, see ya!